Hey guys, I'm recording this video right after I recorded the round 8 video. Why? Because those games were lost and I'm kind of depressed, to be honest. You know, I should be an example for you. We are playing the Grunfeld, by the way, as you can see. I should be an example for you guys to inspire you, to show you that chess is great, chess can bring happiness to your life, chess is good. And I had an idea. I had knight to b6, followed by a knight to c8 and knight to d6, but I didn't do that because I thought that in the future, let's say king h8, I'm gonna go f4, and after taking, this pin is gonna be annoying. You know what the problem is? I don't need to take, right? I can just go rook to e8, I guess, and I'm okay. And this knight is an amazing piece. So I had this idea, the computer suggested it, but I didn't do it for some reason. My friend, very funny friend, he suggested pawn to c4, which I also considered, but I thought, there's no reason to open up his bishop. So that was why I didn't play it. But it's actually a good move. Why? Because I'm not allowing c4. My friend pointed this move out immediately without even considering it, like, at all. He's better than me. He's 2200, and when we played, he beat me over the board, and he beat me like when we played in a room. So for now he's better. And look how I blundered here. At this point I'm weak, right? My opponent is kind of destroying me. But after bishop f8, I'm alright. I'm still alright. Like nothing is coming here immediately. But I played bishop f6. In this tournament I blundered so many times. Look at this, bishop f6, and the evaluation changes, right? Yeah. Rook to b6, rook sacrifice. I didn't even take this rook. Like, I was like, man, GG. If I take rook b6, I still cannot do anything. Like, he queen d8 and rook to f6. My opponent, she is getting two bishops for a rook, which is a lot better than a rook. Plus huge activity. And this pawn structure, whenever my knight disappears from d7, just super powerful. And yeah, after I take on d6, it's just an execution, right? I played because this game was so quick, and I finished this game at like 11 a.m., but I had my train to Warsaw at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. So I had time. And I like to get checkmated because it's painful. So it's like it's like training for me. I'm associating pain with losing. So next time I lose, next time I blunder, I'm still gonna play till the checkmate. Why? Because it's painful to me, and I don't want painful things. I don't want painful things. I want good things. So that's my mindset. I don't know if that's normal, if that's what Magnus Carlsen would do, but that's what I do, and maybe that's why one day I might beat Magnus Carlsen, right? And here, I just get checkmated. I mean, it's a disaster. I wanna fall underground, and I wanna never be seen on this planet anymore. Because no more. Because I don't know how I played it. Like 3 months ago, I would play those games better than I played now. GG. I don't know, guys. Should I quit? Really? Just tell me, should I quit chess? Thank you for watching, and bye.